What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the garage, and let me tell you, just barely made it. Barely made it. My hair is still wet. I just jumped out of the shower, came straight in here, jumped online, and hold on, we acting like some stuff is a little hitch in our giddy ups. Let me see if I can figure out why the computer's being a pain in the butt. But what is going on, everybody? Welcome back. It's been the week from hell, I'll tell you what now. But I am here. Uh, Zero lost the charge cable to his computer. You can't tune without the charge cable, brother. Gotta have that one. So what is going on, everybody? I was literally downstairs in the garage up until about 20 minutes ago, building O2 harnesses and replacing the cam sensors, and which means I had to repin the connectors for the cam sensors. But that being said, all of that being said, that done means that everything that was causing a check engine light as far as the ECU is concerned should be solved. So, fingers crossed. I got the injectors in today. And the fuel rail, of course, we're not going to do the fuel rail until we do the supercharger, but we'll go ahead and swap over to the injectors tomorrow. We'll put the new injectors in, and the reasoning behind that is that the injectors that are in there, we don't know what the scaling is, and because we don't know what the scaling is, I had to, kind of guess at what the flow rates were, because the tables between the supercharged version and the non-supercharged version is a little bit different. But what's going on, everybody? Let me hold on before we get too far down the road here. New patrons, as always, thank you guys for joining the family, for supporting the channel. Brian, James, Keith, Rodolfo, Michael, and Barry. If any of you guys are in here, make sure and say, hey, I'm a new patron or whatever, so everybody else can say thank you and what's up and welcome to the family. So let's see who we got in here. We got Chris Nicholson, John, Hillary, welcome back. Daniel Z, Zero as always, Red X-Rays, good to see you again. Abel, Josh, Nick D as usual, Steven, D and Z, what is going on? Sinister 7-3, Lathan's back. It's good to see another familiar face. Casey, Chevy for Life, Jeff H, and of course Zeph's out there, Dirt Floor Fab. If you haven't checked out his channel, make sure and check out Dirt Floor Fab's channel. He's the moderator for our live chats, and thank him by dropping him a subscribe for taking the time out of his day to moderate for my live chats. What's up, Ross? What's going on, brother? Watched your video the other day about what the hell were you doing? I swear I watched it. Oh, your linkage for your shifter. Pretty cool stuff. WMS Tuning, welcome. Thank you for stopping by, watching the live chat. What's going on, Anthony? So, that being said, let's get down to it. Anybody got any tuning questions? What's going on, Rod? Good to see you, man. How's the car running? It's been a busy week, been a crazy week, but I'm off for the next 10 days, I believe, so. And I don't know if he's in here, but a super cool gentleman is hooking me up with a TCM 2000, which is one of the standalones that I was looking at for Project Country Club. Has an awesome harness that connects directly up to the mid-chassis breakout harness on the transmission. So once that's in, the Country Club will be on the road. That's going to be the last piece, I think. We'll see. We're going to get it running this weekend, though. Nice, Ross. Good to hear that it was the weather's been holding back so you can get the toy out for a ride. Oh, there he is. Project NK Tuning. Awesome. Everybody say hi to Nick. I am meeting up with him Saturday. Super generous. And I mean, it's perfect. The platform, I went through the software, Nick, man. It's all in place for the 5L50. Like, it's going to be so easy. Brian Smith says, what's up, new to the channel? I've watched your videos trying to tune in an FI Camaro 3.6. Worked on some Camaro 3.6s, Brian. They're an interesting platform. I like the little 3.6s. Dude, Nick, with the smoky burnout for 2345. That is a lot of smoke. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. WMS asks, how often and how hard do you touch transient fuel tables with big cams and forced induction? That is, okay, so WMS, that is all going to be dependent on your setup. That's one of the parameters that has to be tuned in differently for every single vehicle out there. And the more, hold on, let me mute my phone, guys. Sorry about that. The more that you're having issues with tip-in fueling, which is usually where we see it, the more often you're going to have to go in, start adjusting the transient. But that being said, that is something that you have to take your time with and make very small adjustments because it's easy to start chasing your tail on transient. Casey says, map doesn't go above 50 kPa. Is that normal? Seems my power band stops there. Casey, I mean, no, that's not normal unless there's a limitation based on your platform. I would have to go back and look at your tune. DMC Bigfoot says tuning has helped. Thank you, DMC Bigfoot, for watching and taking the time to come to the live stream with us. S10 Issues says, a couple weeks ago, I had problems with O2 heater circuits on a swap. Found out it has to do with different ear harness to PCM. That is 100% true, S10 Issues. I was noticing the throttle body issue I talked about on Project Country Club. The throttle bodies are the same from 06 to 07. I hooked up the E67 ECM. It started losing its mind on the throttle bodies. From 6 to 7, they swapped 2 wires. And not even necessarily that they swapped 2 wires. They did swap the 2 wires, but they kept the circuit numbers the same. So if you look at the circuit numbers, what was the ground reference had then changed over to the 5-volt power reference. I'm not sure why they did that. It makes no sense. Joe Williams got 80-pound decaps on boosted 4.8 on pump gas. How much horsepower can I expect? I don't know. Depends on how much boost you're running. Are we struggling? Is the stream having issues tonight? Steven says, I'll be tuning my 13 Silverado once the turbo kit is in. Oh, awesome, Steven. Good to hear, man. I'm anxious to check out more. Rod says, running good, but got a question. My 17 Corvette AA Texas Speed Stage 3, which is crazy pissed off. So what can I do to bring the power in without blowing off the tires? Has meth also. Problems, right, Rod? Sucks to have all that horsepower. You can go in and do some torque management stuff that will try and limit the timing down on the bottom end. And basically, you can tune your driver demand tables. But we probably need to have more of a one-on-one session on that, Rod, because that gets kind of in-depth. But you can limit your throttle body basically in those areas in timing so it is not allowed to make all that power down low. Hey, Rick, thank you for watching, man. Appreciate it. What's going on, Frank? It's been a while. Hey, Sean, welcome back, brother. Paul Baker says, E38 Gen 5 throttle adjust. Sounds like some of the throttle controllers. Can we do that? Yes. The new tables, Paul, that are in there are basically adjust how fast the throttles can open up. I haven't played with them much. I need to get the truck out this weekend. I may play with some of them, though. Mike and Inez says, thinking about picking up a higher mileage Saturn Sky Redline to tune and boost on. Any insight? Yeah, those things have a 5L40 in them, which is the transmission I am dealing with right now. Double check because you can't tune that I don't think you can tune that transmission. And make sure if you pick one up, it is one that has the E67 in it because they have a weird ECM, much like the XLRs did there for a while, Mike. Chevy for Life says, I need to tell his girlfriend to go fix him something to eat. Yeah, I'm not going to do that, bro. J. Mike Hampton, fight a weird hanging idle, especially in park neutral. Mess with the throttle follower. You can basically disable the throttle follower. Still nothing is probably timing. Yeah, J. Mike. Check your timing. Make sure that you're not advancing too much because a lot of throttle stuff you'll see is tied back to timing if it's not the throttle follower. Hey, VJ, what's going on? Awesome, Steven. Rick says, if you go into the usefulness of the VX Nano, I love it. Rick, I've literally used the VX Nano more in the last month than I have anything lately. I have flashed 3 factory ECMs through SPS twice. 2 of them on the bench, 1 of them in the car. I have gone through and done VATS relearns, things like that. Hey, Hillary, thank you for the smoky burnout. I appreciate it. I'm telling you, for the price, the VX Nano is one of the must-have tools if you're working on GMs, because it is a half, if not less, than even a Chinese Tech 2, and it does everything that the Tech 2 and the MDI does. Joe, you might be able to hit 70-50 with the 80-pound decaps. You're going to be getting close, though. Red X-Ray says 6.0 cam swap from a 228 231 12 to a 222 232 108. Cam motion little chopper. Runs great, but was hoping for more chop. If I lower lower the timing tables and dial back your idle set point. Where are you, Red X-Ray, what are you idle targeting at? Try and get it down to 800 or 775. Get you a little more chop. And then, of course, lower your timing. Lower your timing, and if you need to, add a little bit of fuel. That'll always help. Mike, you'll have to look to see which model years have the E67. You'll just have to look it up. You should be able to find that information. What's up, Nick? Welcome back, brother. Jason Cohen says, what up? Cam swap full effect. Stock G8 to 225, 238. What is the recommended percentage to bump fuel for an initial start? Jason, you shouldn't need to bump fuel. You should be within your operational range, but you will have to tune. I'm just saying that you're not going to be so far out that you shouldn't be able to tune from idle out. You might have to adjust your airflow down at idle to get idle in. Then once you get idle in, start working on your air adjustments from that point out. Dan M says, doing a 411 swap on a 97.57 Vortex small block Chevy Silverado. What are some good things to start playing with very mildly, as I will be learning about tuning? Just the basics, man. I mean, honestly, the only thing that you're really going to have to mess with, Dan, is probably timing. You'll go through a little bit of volumetric efficiency and math tuning, which is super easy on the 411. And then you can just play with timing and pick up a little more power there. Zero asks, can you use the VX Nano to do segment swaps, such as the TAC module and throttle body to go to a full? I do not think so, Zero. Not in that situation, but don't quote me on that. That's outside of my wheelhouse. But, I mean, as I said, you can do some crazy stuff, because I was literally buying Malibu ECMs and putting XLR-V operating systems on them through it. Oh, excellent. Thank you, Hillary and D&Z Garage. 64, man, we shot up to 64. We're not even 15 minutes in. What's going on, Brian? John says, what's your experience with 4.2 Envoys? None. Bought my wife a new ride for Christmas, and I'm taking over her '05 Envoy as my daily driver. I'm curious what I can get out of it as far as tuning. John, I don't know, but you can always try. Nothing ever stops us from trying. We've tuned some crazier setups. So, trying to think of what controller runs those 4.2s. Joe says, on a Gen 4 boosted on E85, 7 to 10 PSI, what kind of timing should I be looking for on the top end? Loosely, Joe, on E85, probably 22 to 26 is going to be about as much as you can get on 7 to 10 PSI. That would be my guess. 22 is probably the most happy. Johnny Johnson says, what up, Kyle? Should I reset fuel trims after every flash when VE tuning and map tuning? If you're tuning with a wideband, no, because you have disabled your fuel trims. Just go ahead and clear them the first time. After that, they'll be blanked out until you turn your narrow bands back on. J. Mike Hampton says, possible to MAF tune without a wideband. It is possible to MAF tune without a wideband up until power enrichment. That's where it's important, though, J. Mike. You got to realize power enrichment is where it's dangerous. That's where you make the power, all that fun stuff. The P10, John. I don't know, man. Just have to dig into it. If it's supported, you can do some stuff. There you go. 4.2 turbo 4.2 in a Studi. Speedwino. Interesting. I'll have to go check that out myself, Seth, because I'd be interesting to watch something run on Speedwino. What up, Mr. H? If it's on the schedule, I am doing it. I will be answering emails all holiday, though, so by all means. But if you're wanting to do a one-on-one, if you're a one-on-one level patron, I should have it on the schedule, and short of, I may have stuff on Christmas, but honestly, if I'm available, I don't care. I'm going to be working on cars all Christmas, so why not do some one-on-ones? Why not answer some emails? Yeah, DMC Bigfoot is right on that kind of setup. I'd start around 20 and go from there. You should be able to have 20 on E85, no problem, but you're not going to have a lot of room over that. Robert says, been working on getting cold starts open loop dialed in on that Gen 3 6.0 stock mild cam. Cut back idle air, smoother now, slight hunting. Any throttle movement, it stumbles, has to catch up. Gen 3, you need to double check your idle counts, see where your idle air controller's at, Robert. Make sure it has plenty of room to work. Joe, you can probably start higher than 15 if you're on E85. Sounds good, Nick D. Yeah, we need to figure out what's going on with your speed density tune. Hey, while I'm thinking about it, for the patrons, I am going to do the drawing for the ECM real quick while I got some of you here. So bear with me as I do a random number here. And for those that are not a patron, I do giveaways usually every week. This week I'm giving away one of the ECMs out of Project Country Club. In fact, it's the one that I thought I bricked. It's sitting right here. The brick is being given away to patrons. So if you're interested in checking out the patron, go over to goatropegarage.com. I've got the random number generator pulled up. Let me see if I can get it to a place that you can see. What the hell? Can't see it anywhere. Listen. It's 4, but that's not the number. I'm hitting it now, and it is 99. I swear to God. It was 100 last week. It is 99 this week. So whoever has 99, or whoever's closest to 99, as soon as the light dies off here, maybe I can just turn the brightness down. How do I? There we go. Okay. So there's 99. 99 is the winner, guys. I'm not sure who it was, but congratulations. I will get the brick out to you very soon. What's going on, Alexander? Just made the jump and ordered HP tuners. Awesome. Wideband for your 2000 GMC 2506. Welcome to the family. Listen, if it's TJ again, if he guessed 100 again and 99's the closest, I'm not going to let him win. He can't win 2 in a row. Even though I said anybody could win, he literally won last week. Yes, Sam, you thought you were smart by playing the low number this time? We'll be, I've got a book. I got to remember what book it is. I think it's the Bob Lutz book. I'll be giving that one out next week. So I will post something over on the Patreon for you guys to come check it out. And I got some other stuff, so we'll see. Awesome, Brian. Good to hear it. I sent out the 6-month long-term patron stuff last week. So some of the guys that have been a patron for 6 months or more, keep your eyes peeled. Yeah, you know, it's Sean, we're not going to stop giving stuff away. January is going to be I'm going to get some hats, so we'll be giving some more hats away over on the Patreon too. I'll sell some, so if you're you know, not a patron and you just want to buy a hat, keep your eyes peeled. I'll let you guys know. But okay, back to tuning. Mr. Black says an F and G. Bigfoot. There wasn't a guess on here. It was. They already guessed it's for the patrons only. There's stuff that keeps me from doing it on YouTube because it's kind of a pain in the butt legally on YouTube. And so it's for the Patreon. I post early in the week, and everybody gets to guess a number throughout the week. And then at the end of the week, I do a random number drawing. And normally I do it on a Patreon-only video, but I didn't get one out this weekend. So, Sean, there is no more lambda stuff. Mr. Black, as I was saying, sucking up as much information as possible. Hey, you will learn. It will start to click. It will start to make sense. Dude, Nick, I'm telling you, I'm wearing mine. I got all of... Oh, awesome, Zero. Glad to hear it, man. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you like the golf tees. Yeah, I got the Project Country Club shirts. They're down in the dryer right now. I'd have one on. Yeah, Scuba, I'll be doing probably a couple different hat colors. I want to get some more hats because I'm looking for a good hat. Honestly, I have ordered some test hats to try out. I've not been happy with the quality of them, so I'm looking for something that's a little bit higher quality. Yeah, like Brian says, every once in a while, you know, you'll run into something. Just watch it over again, and you know, it'll start to make sense. Yeah, no worries, Bigfoot, man. Don't worry about it, man. As I said, it's just something, a little bonus for those guys, and you know, I would like to do drawings. I'll try and figure out how to do live chat drawings on here. I tried it a while back. It didn't work worth a damn. Thanks, Dirt Floor, by the way. I appreciate the smoky burnout. And in fact, I tried to do this thing. It may be working now. And we could try it now. I could try and give something away right now if you guys want. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But if it does work, who knows? Frank says, mostly stock 5.3 Yukon XL. Where would you recommend PE come in RPM-wise? 3,500 to 4,000. No reason to go crazy. No reason to bring PE on too early. Yeah, you're hitting torque cut because of, Nick, you're hitting torque cut because volumetric efficiency table's not dialed in. How do I do this? This is so complicated. I'm not very good. I'm not very good at streaming. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Where is giveaways? So I want to do a giveaway. Create a new one. We're going to try this out. Bear with me. Today's the 19th, 2019. And we're going to do 10 minutes. How's that sound? Everybody has permission. I don't know if this is going to work. Oh. Select a prize. How do I select a prize? The hell? See, why do they make this so complicated? I'm trying to give stuff away. Oh, you know what it is? I don't have any prizes set up. Talks amongst yourselves. Okay, so I've canceled that one. Don't worry, the raffle has not been canceled. Here we go. Merch giveaway. This is so complicated. This is so dumb. Why can't I select a prize? Oh, here it is. Here it is, here it is, here it is. Found it, found it. Sorry, guys, I was looking in the wrong place. We'll be back to tuning in a second. Here we go. Let's see if it works. Should post about the giveaway. There we go. You should see it now in the chat room. How to enter the giveaway. Use exclamation raffle to enter the raffle. Hey, we've got one winner entry, not one winner. Yeah, hey, it's working this time. So you've got 8 minutes and 20 seconds to enter in, and it'll be a merch pack. At the end of it, whoever wins, if for some reason it doesn't show up on how to send me your address, I'll be in touch. I'll get in touch with you somehow, yada, yada, yada. But it's good to see that's working. Yay! I can see everybody's names popping up in here. Listen, if you type in exclamation raffle more than once, you can't get more than one ticket, so don't waste your time. Jeff H, it is just exclamation raffle will get you an entry into the merch pack raffle. Perfect, 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 perfect. Yay, this makes me so happy. I've been wanting to give stuff away on the streams. So, thank you everybody for your support. This is the least that I can do. We will try and do a weekly raffle moving forward then. You're right, Brian. This is going to take a raffle. Hey, PCM Cobra. We're in the middle of a raffle. That's why there's just a bunch of screen vomit on here. Type in exclamation raffle to join. Oh, Josh, good to hear it, man. Thank you for being a long-term supporter, brother. Appreciate it. Yeah, PCM Cobra, as I said, if you type in exclamation raffle, you will get an entrance into the raffle. It's got to be all one word. Not yet, Richard McGee. This is just a merch pack. No, and it is not a custom camshaft, Sean. You know what? If that's what it takes to get 500 viewers, I'll do it. Nah, as I said, I love giving back to you guys. You guys are the channel. I am just the person that helps to get the information to you guys. So, yeah, if we like, the raffles will grow. Right now, it's just a merch pack, Cobra. It'll be, some decals and some stuff like that. Nothing crazy. See in there, and it reminds you if you missed out. So we might do a free shirt or something in the future, but yeah, for now it'll just be like a koozie and some stickers. So eventually, if I listen, I've got a cam. I can raffle it off. It's for an L80 or L83. I don't think you'll want the L83 supercharger cam for your 6.0 build. Yeah, sure, Jet Black. And listen, we're going to have a lot more content coming out. Trust me. I mean, we're going to get back on the train as we get the Project Country Club running, there's going to be a lot more in-depth tuning stuff that we dive into. Mr. Black says, we'll be trying to tune a 97 C5 Corvette with 411 PCM swap from scratch with a cam, bigger injectors, bigger map, bigger throttle body, long tubes and other mods in over my head. Dude, that is a lot to tune from scratch. Because that is a lot of variables that you're changing. Hey, it's for sale on eBay for like pennies on the dollar. Yeah, Jet Black Z, the LC2 install will be next week. I'm trying to decide if I just want to put it in the narrowband slot right now, because honestly, the headers on this thing are not... There's not much room, man. There is not much room on those. I don't know where I can put another bung in. So, the exhaust, honestly, between you, me, and the wall, everybody, I'll probably pull the headers off and knock the cats out. So, might be the easiest. Hillary says, I can't decide which vehicle I want to do a cam on. I really want to do my Yukon. That's an easy one to do. So, nothing wrong with that. Sean, I think that the ones with lens are only on for a limited time. Somebody might be able to correct me on that. I don't do lens videos very often because of that. Normally, I just do an upload one. Well, Atomic, you're exactly right. From a visual standpoint, it will look there. Yeah, who's the police in here? Exempt, thank you. Yeah, we did hit 70. Woohoo! There you go. Jet Black says it shows for 24 hours. Then I think you're right. They do disappear. I'm not sure why. As I said, normally I just do a quick video, and I think there might be a way of doing a quicker video upload on that, but oh, that's because it doesn't like you, Sean. If you were to donate $10 more a month, I'm just messing with you. Thanks, Exempt. I appreciate it, brother. You tell them there's a merch raffle going on right now. They've got 2 minutes and 42 seconds to get in on the merch pack raffle. John, thank you. That will buy all kinds of sweet beer. Have a smoky burnout for that. I always get it wrong. Right here. Brian says, when trying to dial in my map, I've noticed at the 1-2 shift, it feels like there kind of falls on its face. And then it will pick right back up. Not full throttle, probably half throttle. You're right, Dirt Floor. I'll get one of those turbo keychains. Not that I haven't given away 2 turbos already. Just saying, I have given away 2 turbos. Brian, that's interesting. There's about a dozen things that could be causing that issue where it stumbles on the 1-2. You need to obviously look at torque management, log your timing, see what your timing's doing, log your throttle body to see what your throttle body's doing during the shift, but most likely it's probably something to do with torque management. Johnny Johnson says, should I reset fuel trims when going back to closed loop? Yes, you should. Definitely. Because whenever you go back into closed loop, you want to make sure that you are back into clean long-term fuel trim maps. There you go. Josh, I am drinking Tito's vodka right now, though I do have some single cuts down in the garage. Yeah, there's still 49 seconds. If you have not commented exclamation raffle to get in on the raffle, do it now. You've got 40 seconds left. We have, let me see here. How many people do we have in here? We've got quite a few. We've got 51 people in the drawing. Geo, exclamation raffle. Get you in a merch drawing. Dude, I'm such a big fan of single cut. I could sit here and do a weekly beer drinking. Knock it off, Nick. I could sit here and do a weekly beer drinking. And timer's up. So I don't know how it works after the timer's up. I think it may pick a winner on its own. Gee, I think you just missed out on this week's raffle. Gio, put in exclamation point raffle real quick. I think I have to cancel the raffle here, or close the entries. There you go. Do that. Once you're in, Gio, I am going to close entries, and they will draw a winner for the merch pack. Make sure that you get your ticket in. There we go. There we go. Single cut. It's my beer. I need to get my sponsorship. Where's Hillary's ticket at? Exclamation point raffle. I'll give you guys a couple more minutes. Even though the timers ran out, we've got time. It's only 8:35. So, Around the Farm says, tuning math, when I copy and paste multiply by half, it overcorrects. Any idea why? It should not. That's why we multiply by half. Ah, there you go. The raffle is over. Sorry, everybody. Around the Farm, it should not overcorrect. That's why we multiply by half. On the math, are you smoothing after you apply it, Around the Farm? Because if you're smoothing it, there is a chance that that is causing the issue. And Bill Saunders is the winner. Congratulations, Bill. Nick D says, can I keep increasing spark advance in the 0.04 to 0.16 range, remove a feeling of sluggishness until I see knock? Yeah, you can. Yeah. Yes, Gio, I have not had a chance to look at it. Around the Farm, that's really odd that without doing smoothing, that's overcorrecting. Like, how far is it overcorrecting? Like, if you were 2% down and then it pops up, like, how far over is it going? If you were lean, how far rich, et cetera, et cetera. Bill, I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, I'm not either, man. So, hold on a second. Let me try this. In fact, let me ask this. Let me do the Google machine here. I tell you what, Bill. Yeah, that's exactly it. I look you up on the internet, and I find you. I thought it was supposed to whisper you, Bill, but I don't know that it does that. Okay. Well, Bill, email me. Bill, email me at the address that I just posted up there with your address, and I'll know it's you because your name is Bill Saunders. If somebody else emails me with the name Bill Saunders and an address, I will ban you, I promise. 15% overcorrect? How far off were you around in the first part? Around the Farm. Mr. Black, expert tuner tiers will be available towards the end of the month whenever people cancel before the end of the month so they don't get charged again. So be paying attention before the new year. Honestly, your best bet Your best bet is to New Year's Day, as early as you can, jump on and grab one of the empty slots. That way you don't want to get double charged. So, the first. Always on the first. There should be an open spot on the first. Yeah, Andrew Smith, LE3 installing 30% larger injectors. Yeah, exactly. As Straight Dump says, whenever, Andrew, you've got to remember that injectors are a static variable in the calculation that looks at your volumetric efficiency or your mass airflow, and then it uses that to achieve stoic or whatever your commanded AFR, EQ ratio, etc. is. So if you adjust the flow rate of your injectors based on the flow information that is provided, the computer will say, oh, okay, these injectors are 50 pounds instead of 25 pounds, so we need to make this adjustment to the fueling in order to achieve the correct air-fuel ratio. Nick D, yes, it will auto-renew for current members, just like the standard, the other levels will. So you don't have to worry about losing your position if you're one of the higher level ones. But as I said, there's a few people that are gunning for one of the pro tiers, and they are limited to 10 per month. That's as many as I can promise that I can get to. And so I want to make sure that the people that are paying the extra money for that level of support have the time from me. I don't want to stretch myself too thin, so it's very important for me to support those guys. Yeah, Andrew, I am going to be putting a video out specifically on this topic very, very soon. So, because I'm doing the same thing on Project Country Club. Johnny Johnson, bucking around 1600, would that be in timing? It's probably in fueling, to be honest with you. Michael, better late than never. You missed the drawing. We actually had a successful drawing this time. We will be doing more raffles on the live show next upcoming. So, Kenneth Johnson brings up a great question, Farm. Have you double checked your wideband to make sure that it's calibrated properly, that you don't have any air leaks, etc.? Andrew Smith, no, Project Country Club does not have a high pressure fuel pump. So that is why we have Project Country Club, is so we can get away from the direct injection engine. As awesome as it is, it's a lot easier to do modifications on a Gen 4 platform. No, Michael, that was for the Patreon. It was 99. We did do that drawing earlier also, but it was 99. It was a fluke, but it was 99. Brian Allen says, how far should I take my map tuning? And about how long should I do a log file? Listen, Brian, on map tuning, you do not need to do long log files because it is a flat row that you're doing as opposed to a two-dimensional table. You can knock out a log really soon on the map, and honestly, you get your map within 3-4%, I call it good. But you can get it within 4%. If you can't get your map within 4% plus or minus, you have an issue somewhere that you need to find out about. I know, Michael, as I said, that's why it was a fluke. It was 100 last week. It was 99 this week. Not sure what the hell's going on. So, Nick D says, do you recommend bumping intake fuel pump voltage on a DI or no without a new? You can do it. I did it on my truck. I bumped it up 10 PSI. It's not going to hurt anything on the in tank. I knew what you meant. Yeah, sure thing, Ross. It was awesome to watch that. And I enjoyed the way that you put your video together. Ross, what is your channel name? If you want to share your channel name on here, by all means. Ross has a Goblin, which is a little kind of like a kit car. It looks like an Ariel Atom. Super awesome. Hey, Jason, thanks for the smoky burnout, man. Appreciate it. Well, straight dumb on the Gen 5s, you probably don't need to worry about a booster pump because your lift pump, your in-tank pump, is more capable generally than your high-pressure fuel pump. You'll run out of high-pressure fuel pump before you run out of tank. There you go. Check out Ross Lawrence's channel, aka Ross Lawrence. I should have known that because that's your username. You know, you can do, Nick, you can start doing a little bit of pressure bump, and then you can also start your SOI a couple milliseconds earlier, a couple degrees earlier, technically. There you go. VJ's running 70 on the LPFP. I would have to go back and look at what mine's set at. Yeah, Bill, if you're not subscribed to Ross's channel, you better go check it out. I got to figure out why, whenever we're streaming on here, my CPU is just like throttled out all the time. Thanks, Dirt Floor. Appreciate it. He hooked everybody up with the link to Ross's channel. You were good, Dirt Floor. Put it back in there. It just truncated. I think it worked. 70? No. 70 is the high step. You guys keep on talking. I'm going to have to get one of these things. Yeah, I just verified it, Zeph. The link worked. So. Geo. No. Hey, Dirtfloor, make sure and post your channel up in the chat room before the show's over, please. I need to go watch, Casey, I need to go watch Randy's video. I saw that he posted a new one up. We had been talking because he was having what looked like a low fuel pressure issue. You know, Nick, I agree that we need a modded golf cart, but I feel like some other people are doing that right now, and we would look like hangers on if we were to do that. I mean, we got some snow out here. We probably need to get sled, right? You're right, Stuart. I'm on my laptop. I need to build or get a better streaming rig for doing this. That is on the list of stuff in the next 2 months. So it's going to happen soon. We're going, you know, this is ever evolving. I need a better platform for doing stuff like that. Hey, John, you know, if you need some help with that, holler at me. Pretty good at dialing it in the wood stove. As far as getting your burner temps right and stuff like that, because I've got a wood furnace myself. Yeah. I'm glad that, Casey, I'm glad that Randy finally got back to working on it, because I hadn't heard from him so long. He was, we were looking at what was causing some of his issues, and that's all that we could really find was that he was losing fuel pressure. You're right, Brian. Never-ending list. Not even that, man. It'd be awesome to find like an old ski, like an old Arctic cat, and just LS swap it. I lived up in Alaska. I used to go watch the guys that would ride their snowmobiles across the ponds whenever they were thawed out, because they would just basically hydroplane the whole way across. Oh, John, you're controlling your wood stove with a Raspberry Pi. Gotta love Python, man. Straight Dumb says, how far can you push the duty cycle on an L83 stock lift pump with current duty minus tapped E50 with an LT4 high side? I mean, you run it 100%. 100% on those. The pulse width modulated fuel pump, Straight Dumb, 100% is just sending 12 volts straight across to them. So you can dial in 100% duty cycle on them. They should be able to run 100% duty cycle, no problem. And it'll give you an idea of whether or not it can keep up. If you're not keeping up, being that you're at E50 with an LT4 high side, you're probably exceeding what the factory pump can lift up. Good to know, Casey. I'll go check his video out after this. There you go. Check out Dirt Floor. I know most of you are already subscribed to Dirt Floor, but if you are not, please do me a personal favor and go click that link. Go over to Dirt Floors, subscribe, watch his videos. My boy Zeth over there is dropping a lot of interesting knowledge, and he gets into some of the nitty-gritty stuff that we're not necessarily going to get into because he actually tears motors apart. You know, I'm just trying to break them. Richard McGee says, how much fun would it be to do a 408 Yukon Denali with a turbo? I mean, it would be fun. I'd put a supercharger on it, but that's just me. Andrew Smith, would you recommend E85 tuning before swapping in a high-pressure fuel pump and larger injectors? Currently, Whipple supercharged if that matters. Andrew, that's an interesting question. I mean, before you do that, probably not. Because you need to look at what your duty cycles look like. Do you have room to run E85 under boost on your current setup, Andrew? And then if you do, yeah, you can do that. But you're going to have to retune anyways because of the fuel pump and the larger injectors. So, yeah, see, John, we should do a project like that, right? God dang. Turbos are for poor guys. You crack me up, John, because I used to always bust my friends' chops because I'd get pennies and I'd throw them in the change jar, and they're like, oh, don't you need those? I'd be like, change is for poor people. You're right, Exempt. Nothing wrong with that, man. $200 car, throwing all that money on there. Honestly, if I thought the channel would have embraced it, we'd probably be working on something like a second gen RX-7 right now, but we had to get a little bit crazy with it. On those, Kenneth, there's not solenoids. The fuel pressure control modules or whatever they are, they're pulse width modulation. They're not solenoids. They are digital drivers. It's hard to explain, but they're not an actual solenoid, so you're not going to burn anything up. They are designed to do that. Casey, lucky you, man. Guys, shoot some video. Nitrous is not a poor man's turbo. Nitrous is the crazy man's crazy. Hey, Nick, get to feeling better, brother. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Listen to VJ on that, Andrew. I would start with LT4 injectors without doing the high pressure fuel pump. Richard, I don't buy that you're poor if you work for a GM dealer, because I've bought some parts from GM dealers lately and I'm poor because of it. Dude, I love Datsun pickups. I know you do, VJ. I'm jealous. I love doorstop RX-7s. I mean, I love all RX-7s. I had my third gen. That's my biggest regret, is getting rid of that thing. I sold that guy to a guy, sold that third gen to one in Kansas. Guy in Kansas that LS swapped it. Dude, yeah, like KJ says, man, third gen with an LS7 in it, oh, Perfect. Perfect. Mark H says, max horsepower out of a stock LT4 fuel system. Heard 100 different opinions. What's the number really? Stock LT4 fuel system on an LT4? I don't know, 800? 700? 700? No, it wouldn't be 800. It'd probably be closer to 700. 700 maybe? I would guess. And that's just what I know of 5th gen, platforms. 800. I bet you get 800 out of it. Straight down, man, everybody's doing 4 rotors right now. You don't need to do 4 rotors. A 2-rotor turbo, which is equivalent to what they say is a 1300. Those things will make 600-700 horsepower. Geo, yes. Well, got a couple news. We got a local dyno. And then if NK Tuning's on here, he's got a dyno. He's about 2.5, 3 hours away. NK, you still in here? And so we'll be doing some videos with NK Tuning here in the future, probably with his dyno. But yeah, I'm good to go on the dyno with the Subaru guys here. It's Star 6. Talked with the owner a couple times. I tried to get by and meet him, but I went by at lunchtime. So yeah, there's NK Tuning. So we have dyno options. We will be doing some dyno videos soon. John says somebody donated a rolled G6. I have no idea what to do with it. Yeah, Nick, man, I appreciate it. I'm anxious to check out what all you got going on also. There you go. Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad platform to throw into a dyno or something. Yeah, Andrew, a good fuel lobe. Roll it back over. Good fuel lobe makes all the difference on these platforms. Just make sure that you lash that thing out properly. That's what will kill you. Good turnout tonight, guys. I want to say thank you to everything. Hey, Bill, one of my best friends lives in Wyoming. Where are you at? He has got a 72 Chevelle that he's putting I think he's doing a small block in. Andrew, don't be afraid to run a meth injection kit, because not only does it give you additional octane, it also really cools down your intake air temp. So it works as a chemical intercooler on top of it. And so it is not crazy if you have a decent intercooler to see sub ambient temperature IACs. Speaking of which, Nick, tomorrow shoot me a text so we can sort things out as far as meeting up. Johnny Johnson says, is bucking caused by being lean or rich? Usually it's by being rich. All it takes is a transmission swap, John. $13 to $14 PSI. VJ, are you running methanol on that? Because I had issues past 10 PSI without methanol injection on mine. But that was still on the L83 injectors. Brian, you can trust all of them who have dynos, just don't trust them to tune for you. So they make a mid-engine Goblin. Yeah. Bucking equals bogging. You got a little bit too much fuel usually if it's bucking. Which kit are you running, VJ? I was running 1,000 as my base nozzle, and then whenever I went to the compound charged, I was running 1,000 and a 500 cc. Yeah, probably Stuart. Stuart says, where you wait until warmer weather for doing speed density. You could do speed density now and it will get you in the ballpark because there are temperature corrections on there. Uh, yeah, you're right, Brian. Most of them don't like 42-inch tires on their dyno. But yeah, it's you're gonna definitely want to do it. Well, being that Nick is hooking us up with this TCM 2000, it has a dyno mode on it that will put it in 1-to-1 gear and lock the or lock the converter. So you don't have to do anything. Literally, it is a switch that you flip, rocking and rolling. Yeah, he is in. I'll have to double check where he's at up in Wyoming. I'm probably going to travel out next summer and shoot some videos. He's running a Dominator setup on his car, so we're going to talk about some of that stuff. Awesome, Bill. ABT. Listen, guys, it is 9 o'clock. I do have to run. Thank you for everybody. As always, check out, I know the description's not really there right now, but check out the links. GoRopeGarage.com. Tuning101.com is the link that you share with new people that takes you right to the YouTube page so they can get the tuning information. You know, as I said, GoRopeGarage.com. Everything's there. Merch is there. You can get decals if you want to. Bill, if you haven't already emailed me, make sure you email me or hit up the contact information. VJ says it right, ABT. I will be digging up some stuff for next Thursday. Next Thursday's the day after Christmas, right? Christmas is on Wednesday. Help me out here. Because if Christmas is on Wednesday, we will do the show on Thursday. Okay, perfect. We will do the show on Thursday. I will see what I can dig up for a drawing for next Thursday. So make sure and drop in. We will give some more crap away. And thanks for all the support, everybody. Love you guys. You're the best. Best tuning family on the face of the planet. I love seeing everybody sharing the links and stuff like that. I appreciate everything. Listen, everybody have a great Christmas. ABT, always be tuning. Thanks for stopping by the garage. See you guys next week.